Hi. Hi. I'm sitting in my car recording today. That's because I am at my water. I love being at the water. I would turn the camera around, but we only have a 10-minute talk, and it is Tuesday, and I'm Qualita, and that's Qualan and Moya, and I have my pink fuzzy warm jacket on. You might be able to find this one on Bassup if we do have some more. If not, we have a ton of good things. So just go to bassup.com. But anyway, we're going to get into our 10-minute topic today. We come on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 o'clock. If we're a little late, thank you for waiting for us. We'll get right into our topic.
The topic of today is if you cheated on your child's father or husband and you got pregnant, would you tell them? For me, yes, I would tell them. I think it's fair to let them know that I cheated, for one, and that there's a baby on the way so that he can decide if he wants to go or if he wants to stay. I wouldn't try to hurry up and get pregnant and make him think it's his, not me. But I would let him know what's going on again so that he can decide what he wants to do. It's unfair. I do believe in passing up your blessings or bad karma happen to you. So I wouldn't want to do anything like that. And then even the child may grow up and start to wonder some different things. You know what I mean? If anything could happen where the child needs the exact match for anything, or something like that. So no, I would definitely tell my child's father.
Yes, I would tell my child's father, who I guess I'm with as a wife or a girlfriend. I would tell them, yes, I got myself into some trouble. No, I would tell them I did go out there and engage in an entanglement, I guess, and I got pregnant. And what do you want to do? You want to stay with me? You want to go? You know, what do you want to do? You just got to make up your mind. But the baby is not yours, and I'm going to live life as the baby's not yours and raise the child with someone else. But you can, co-parent as well. So I would tell them to. Uh-oh.
Did you freeze?
She froze.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you froze.
You all froze too. Okay.
Oh, okay. Did you hear what I said?
No. I heard part of it.
Okay.
Part of you would go ahead and you would tell them, I'm gonna live my life with you or without you, basically.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have that baby, and that baby is gonna know their daddy. Yeah. But I mean, I would have to see why I cheated to see if I still want to be involved with my first child's father, I guess. But I guess if I wanted to be with him, yeah, I would tell him that I want you to accept this. And if you're gonna do my baby wrong, we can't be together, because I'm not gonna be with you and you do my child wrong. So my throat got tickled. So, but only if they want to be with me and want to work it out and won't hold it against me and won't create a toxic environment, even more so than I already created by cheating. I would, want him to stay and accept that baby and accept my child's father.
Now I do like how you said, first I have to see why I cheated in the first place. So I gotta examine to see why I cheated first. Well, I saw there was a topic on paternity court. I don't know if you all watched that or anybody watches it, but the wife did go out and cheat, and she later found out that the child was not her husband's. But she told her husband, because now there's another baby involved. And he was saying, well, I'm still hurt from the first child. And she said, you just gonna have to get over that. And I was thinking, that is so cruel. That is so cruel. She told him, you're gonna have to get over it. But it's not like she cheated and there wasn't a child. You actually cheated, had a child, told this man that the child was yours, and then come to find out it wasn't. And she wants him to hurry up and forgive her.
Well, I mean, what's your answer?
What she said. No, just playing. My answer is,
Oh, I thought you froze
me too.
Let's look at it this way. Let's look at it this way. So I cheated and I came back. So if I cheated and I came back home to you, then that means that I just wanted to have my entanglement and then come back. So apparently, I'm guessing I feel you're a better fit to take care of my child. So would I tell him? This is the thing. I know I should tell him. Okay.
Uh-oh, mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Yes, honey, I should tell him. And I'm not saying you viewers out there should do what I'm saying, okay? But you should tell them. But the question is, would me? Now, like I said, I should tell him. Will I tell him? That depends on the day and time.
What if it's Friday at 2:38 p.m.?
Yes. If he's taking care of the house.
Okay.
And well, let's put it this way, I will tell him, but when will I tell him? That's the thing. I am gonna tell him, but when?
Okay, when would you tell him?
I think I would tell him after I made a good dinner. After he came to the after I had the baby.
Wow.
The whole pregnancy, I'm praying that possibly this baby is his. Okay. I'm still praying.
I think you can determine before the baby comes. I don't know how safe that is. So
well, sometimes no, because it depends upon when you slept, had your entanglement with the other person.
I mean, like
if you knew, you can actually test you were pregnant by somebody else.
Yeah, I think you can actually test to determine before the baby. It's not, I don't think it's safe. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But I think you can actually DNA test prior to the birth of your child. But I wouldn't do that. I mean, but do you want to actually say you cheated and it could be yours and it's, actually not this other guy's?
Okay, so I cheated and I don't want this guy. I don't want him no more. Okay. But I want my husband or my boyfriend. So I know that if I tell you, and it's selfish not to tell. I'm gonna say that first. It's selfish not to tell. But in the back of my mind, I'm saying me far as a lot of people, not everybody. I'm not saying everybody, but you have to think, am I gonna lose this person? You stand a chance of losing that person. So am I gonna tell you? I want to tell you. I do. I want to tell you because it's right. I'm gonna pray about it. I'm gonna pray about it because I don't know when the right time will be. Okay. When it'll be the right time, I don't know. After I cook your dinner.
As soon as you find out you're pregnant.
I would say, I'm gonna say it again. I know I should tell him, but will I tell him? What other comments do we have? Let's see.
Well, Marcus said, would you want him to stay? And for me personally, if I cheated on him, it's the reason why I cheated on him. So I'm unhappy at this point. So would I want him to stay? I may not. I would have to really go through that situation. But for me, if I'm already cheating, me personally, I'm not happy. So
what if it's a one-time thing?
Why? Were you drunk? Were you in your right state of mind? Did you have capacity? Like, if none of that, then okay. Other than that, if you cheated intentionally, then something triggered you to cheat. What? I don't know.
So for me, I would not want to stay.
How do you know I just didn't fall on it? You know what I'm saying?
That's possible. It is possible to just fall. Men say that. But
they do all the time.
Yeah, but if the roles were reversed, because we're all women, if the roles were reversed and a man did it, a lot of women actually do stay. A lot of women actually do stay after a man has a baby. But how does that woman treat that child? You know? So I don't know. You gotta, if you're gonna stay with someone that cheated and had a baby, I think you have to put it all in the past and welcome that baby with open arms, because it would be wrong of you not to accept some man or some woman without accepting the child too, you know.
But I actually believe men, some men, not all, I believe some men, when they find out their wives or girlfriend is pregnant by somebody else and they do come out and tell, I do believe that some men are quicker to leave.
Men are quicker to leave over cheating.
Are quicker to stay. Right.
Yeah, men will leave.
They want you to accept
lots of things.
If you're pregnant by somebody else, if you got somebody else pregnant. And I've heard men say, that's because I don't actually have to see you walk around with the baby.
Now, okay, that's morally speaking. Legally speaking, if you're married in some states, that baby is still your husband's baby. So if you get pregnant by some lover, some entanglement, some side, in some states, it doesn't even matter, because that baby was still conceived not by you and your husband, but it was still conceived in wedlock. So in a marriage. So that baby is still that man, the husband's baby.
Even if he doesn't sign a birth certificate?
Because they're married. And sometimes the side baby daddy or side daddy may not have parental rights to that baby. That's legal. In some states, you gotta look up the states that's in.
All right. Well, Harold says, I've been down that road with my daughter's mother. She did it. Thurlow says she got pregnant by her lover, aborted the child, and then she told me.
Wow, that's an option. It's an option.
That is an option.
Abortion is a whole different topic too. There's Roe versus Wade talk going on now in front of the Supreme Court. So you never know. You never know what they're going to decide. You never know how the judges will decide. But what if abortion was what if abortion was off the table? Like, realistically speaking,
have a lot more kids. More kids.
You shouldn't I have heard a lot of men say there's a ton of women that carried the child and passed the child off to the man.
In the olden days.
18 now. And they've taken care of this child this whole time. And now you find out this child is not even yours.
In the olden days, but I think nowadays, modern times, men are quick to get a DNA test. Yeah. And I advise to get DNA tests. So if you're not like married, and for all kinds of reasons, I do.
So you think now, if you were married and your husband asked for a DNA test and you weren't,
I would be offended. I would ask you, why are you married to me, boo?
Yeah, that's gonna be a red flag.
Yeah.
Shango said DNA test should be mandatory in all cases.
And marriage too? Wow.
It's really the same question.
Shango, if my husband came to me and I've been a good wife, and even if he doesn't know nothing about, me not cheating, and I know I've been a good wife, we would have to go to marriage counseling.
It's gonna raise the questions like, are you cheating?
Right.
I would start to.
We're gonna need some prayer. We're gonna need prayer every day for marriage. But if he did that, we're gonna need prayer on top of prayer, because that's a problem for me. It's gonna be a huge problem for me.
So you wouldn't allow him to take the child? I mean, he could still take the child and you not know.
I would allow him to take that child, and then we would have a big problem. I'd be like, okay, go ahead, go take the child, and then you bring me back the results. and then we're going to have a serious discussion.
Yeah, that's not going to be a good look at all.
There's going to be some begging on his part that's going to have to happen. I mean, a lot is going to have to happen. A push gift. Y'all know what push gifts are? All of that, everything. Yeah. I'm going to need to take off work for 5 years after that. That's very offensive.
Because you know how when you first have a baby, the baby a lot of times comes out a lot lighter, and sometimes they may not even look like you or the parents. Sometimes it happens like that.
For Black children, yeah.
Yeah. And so what if the mom, his mom comes in and sees the baby because she may not like you? That happens too. And she says, Mark, that baby doesn't look nothing like you. And that gets in his head. So in turn, he comes to you and says, we need to go ahead and take a paternity test.
Is it his mother?
Because of his mama.
You gotta watch whose family you marry into.
Yeah, that's basically it. Harold said, we departed. I raised her as my own, and she is in college to become a forensic scientist. That is really good. You did a good job.
That's a blessing.
That is good.
Shango said, why not? As a man, we don't have the privilege of knowing a child is ours. This is exclusive to women. You all know it's your child as it grows inside of you. My grandmother said you was in there.
She did say that.
So you know what went down.
She did say that. She said that to a cousin, a male cousin.
She said if you was around it or in it, you taking care of it.
You know what went down. Well, this was a fun, interesting topic. Would you stay if you found out your child's father or husband? Well, would you stay with them if you got pregnant? If you cheated on your child's father or husband and you got pregnant, would you tell them? That was the topic of today. Very interesting.
Now, too, that is a good point to make to say use protection. I mean, don't cheat, but if you're gonna cheat, use protection. If you got a question, maybe if this is my baby, use protection. You know, this could have been somebody else's baby. Use protection with that woman or man.
That's right.
Or just try not to cheat.
Yeah, just try to abstain altogether.
Yeah, just leave before the cheating, or communicate your wants and your needs and let them know what's going on, what's causing you to want to cheat.
Yeah, be safe out there in them streets because a lot of people aren't safe with it.
Seriously. And people's feelings get hurt too. People's feelings get mad hurt. You hear me?
And that's not good when feelings are involved because that can be dangerous sometimes.
Yeah, when a baby come out of it,
yeah,
it's like the highest of the heights.
Well, as always, if you want to go back and you want to watch the replay, you didn't catch us live, you can always leave a comment, let us know how you feel about our topic for today. Harold said one more thing, her biological dad wasn't there, and my daughter told me that at 11 that I'm the only daddy she ever knew.
Oh, yes, well, that's sweetie. You're very sweet, man.
That was very special.
Yeah, courageous man to step up and do that.
Love you too, Shane.
In those situations like that, that's kind of like what I was saying. If you know that the person that you were with, that was sleeping with, was not a good person or a good fit for your child, and you have this other guy that's a good person, my husband or my boyfriend, and I just slipped up and cheated, will you be willing to let that relationship go by telling him, hey, this child is not yours, because he would be a good fit for my child? It's selfish. But in Harold's situation, he wasn't told, right? I guess he's saying he wasn't told in the beginning, and he paid for the child, but the child turned out and the biological father wasn't there. So in that situation, it was good, but I'm going to say this, you should be honest and tell, because you do hurt people's feelings in the end. And the person that you sleeping with, just, own up and do what you got to do.
In regard to the person that you cheating with, she was somebody that has a better situation.
Oh yeah,
than one you cheating on, So, in that case, your baby can have a better future.
That's true.
Because you cheated with the right one,
They said if you cheat
with the wrong one.
They said if you cheat unselfishly. for the
That's
baby's
right.
sake.
That's right.
Shango said I could add more to this topic, but great discussion. Yes, it happens very often. You know what I mean? It definitely happens.
It does.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. So thank you for everyone who's tuned in and watched. We definitely appreciate you all commenting and looking in and talking with us as we do our 10-minute talks. As always, if you want to go back and watch the replay, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the topic of today. And as always, remember to build bold, build better, build brilliant, build a sister up, build a brother up.